Manchester City kick off their Champions League campaign tomorrow. They're away against Shakhtar Donetsk. It's an easy group for them, but there are some big problems for Pep Guardiola. John Stones out for up to 6 weeks with a thigh strain. However, according to the bookies, Manchester City are still favourites. Greg, on yesterday's show when we discussed City and their problems at the back, you said, look, they're still favourites in my eyes. These are the games that they would miss John Stones for.
Well, Watford have had a poor start. Everton haven't been great, beaten again at the weekend. Wolves were smashed and are near the bottom of the league, smashed by Chelsea. Palace, Roy Hodgson himself has admitted it's going to be a tough year for them. Villa are a poor side coming up, and yeah.
So Southampton and Liverpool, it could be back to the Liverpool game. But if we had Norwich on there, and last week, you would have said, well, Norwich.
Exactly, I'd say the same thing. So on paper, it's not the toughest until they get to Liverpool. What's more concerning is that it's just another injury for John Stones. It's not like, well, John Stones is out for 4 or 5 weeks. John Stones seems to be always teetering on being out for 4 or 5 weeks. So on top of the injuries that they already have, his continuing problems are also a problem.
Who's favourites in your eyes now? Does that make a difference?
Another centre-back does make a difference, yeah. I said that yesterday on the show. I said they can...
But you still maintain that City are favourites?
You just asked me that question.
Yeah, and you didn't answer it.
Well, I said yesterday on the show...
Yes.
If City get any more injuries in that position, it could swing the pendulum.
Right, so they have got an injury in that position now. Does it swing the pendulum?
Why are you looking at him? You're looking for some support?
Well, because I don't know why you're making this so difficult.
Well, I think at the moment, yeah, the pendulum has swung with...
So Liverpool are favourites?
With City's injuries at the back, at the moment, yes.
I don't get how the bookies can have Manchester City favourites. I struggled to figure that out after they got beat by Norwich, and to still have them favourites, having lost John Stones as well. How are they still favourites? How is that possible? They're 5 points behind after 5 games. They've got the biggest, hugest gaping hole to try and fix at the back. So how does that make them favourites? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Biggest, hugest is a thing?
Biggest, hugest, largest, gigantic hole.
Yes, it swings the pendulum, if that's your question. Yes, it makes Liverpool favourite. And yes, it puts Manchester City in a situation where they could not have thought they would be in that they got everything going for them in the attack and everything going for them in the midfield. And Kevin De Bruyne is back playing from injury. And everything seems so good. And now you look back and you say, wait a minute. We could have used Vincent Kompany. We could have used somebody. We could have used a body back there, and we have nobody. So because you have no choices and because the choices that you do have are not all that great, Manchester City right now not only trailing in points, but trailing in momentum. And I don't think they recover from it.
Also in the Champions League, Group B kicks off tomorrow. Let's just remind you, the 4 teams who are in that group, Bayern Munich and Spurs, big favourites to advance. Spurs in Greece to take on Olympiacos. Meanwhile, Bayern play host to Red Star Belgrade.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.